Hello and welcome back to Talk Finance. This time we grow together. Interesting things will be covered and discussed, so feel free to ask any questions in the comment section and I'll be there to respond as fast as I can. But anyone is free to add anything because I know we have so much to share, teach and learn from one another. I mean, this is one of the most diverse countries in the world. So without wasting any further time, let's get to it. Now, first up is investing. Now, the basic form of investing is fixed deposit or fixed term deposit. Now, before I continue, there's some things we need to keep in mind and keep track of. South African population as of 2023 is 60,414,495 people. 6% of South Africans can afford retirement. 63% of a South African income is spent on repaying debt. 13% of South Africans are saving, and 47% of South Africans are keeping money under the mattress. What's the point of this if you are asking? Well, I need you to know that these are not static but dynamic figures, meaning that we should be the next generation that takes a new path. We should be moving towards the 13% of people saving money instead of the 87% which are currently not. And that brings me to the basic form of investing. Now, as I'm going to be explaining this, I'll also add inflation. For example, I use Capitec, and I hope this relates to other bank users as well. Now, fixed term deposit is when you take an amount of your money and lock it in the bank for a period of time, whether it's 6 months, 1 year, 2, 3, 4, or up to 5 years. And the interest on that varies depending on the amount and the time of your choosing. So you see, you have your savings account, or it's called the main account in other words. You send money, you receive money, and you make payments in this account. That account offers an interest rate of 3.5% according to Capitec, and I think other banks are also like this, but we can research the information on Google. So then we have what we call a flexible account, which is an extension of the main account. And it also offers the same interest rate of 3.5%. And this is because you have the freedom to take out money from there whenever you want. So the flexible account is good for short-term saving, like saving to buy yourself a TV within the next 3 to 6 months. And it is also good for saving money if you are then going to open a fixed deposit. And the minimum amount required to open a fixed deposit is 10,000 rands by most banks. So the best way to grow your money is through a fixed deposit. So let's have a visual aid to help us with this. How would 10,000 rands be affected when left in one of these 3 accounts for 12 months? Savings account 3.5%, flexible account 3.5%, and fixed deposit account 8.85% per annum for 12 months. So you can see that when 12 months pass, savings account and flexible account will give you 350 rand interest, while the fixed deposit will give you 885 rand, a 535 rand difference. Now let's talk about inflation. It is defined as a general increase in prices and a fall in the purchasing value of money. Now the current rate of inflation in South Africa is 4.8%. To explain this, let's use 100 rand and let's take 6 liters of milk, which will cost 100 rand. Right now you can buy this milk with your amount. Now let's say you want to keep this money, number 1, in your wallet, number 2, in a savings or flexible account, and number 3, in a fixed deposit account, because you want to buy the same 6 liters of milk next year. So after 1 year, the price of milk will be 104 rand and 80 cents because of inflation. Number 1, when your money was in your wallet, it's still the same 100 rand. So you can't afford to buy the milk. Number 2, when your money was in a savings account or flexible account, that 100 rand is now 103 rand and 50 cents. But because it grew slower than the inflation rate, you still can't afford to buy the milk because you'll be 1 rand and 30 cents short. Number 3, when your money was in a fixed deposit account, that 100 rand is now 108 rand and 85 cents. You can now afford to buy the milk and also have 4 rand extra because your money grew faster than inflation would eat it. So I hope I have explained this well. And one of the reasons why things are so expensive now compared to like 2010, for example, is because of inflation. So don't just complain that things are expensive now. You need to know that inflation is one of the reasons, and we are constantly fighting against this year over year, month over month, and also other factors. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button to support the channel, and I hope this was informative. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.